Esteemed victims, survivors, and your families, mothers of Srebrenica and other victims associations, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. The pandemic has changed the way we commemorate the genocide committed in Srebrenica, but in no way has it changed our determination to join together and remember. In many respects, the common danger has brought us closer to each other. I, for one, have been amazed by the resurgence of solidarity in various communities organizing their resistance against the pandemic. At the same time, we are also experiencing a revival of demons of science denial all over the world, seen in negating the existence of the virus itself or opposing vaccination campaigns. Let this serve as a cautionary tale of how important the fight for truth really is. And you, the victims, know better than most that this fight is crucial. Many of you have experienced firsthand the frustration of seeing our human susceptibility to manipulation mercilessly exploited by people who seek to deny the truth to achieve their political goals. Sadly, for more than 2 decades now, denying the genocide in Srebrenica has been a go-to tool for making sure that the people of this country are kept divided between us and them. This is precisely the division that has brought so much suffering to so many lives on top of the heinous events that took place 26 years ago. Just as the denial of science may be described as audacious, to say the least, the denial of crimes still shocks me to my core. It is a repudiation of the lived experiences of the victims as well as the facts repeatedly established by the international tribunals. In my view, those facts come as close to the notion of a state of science as is humanly possible. They have been painstakingly investigated, rigorously tested, and confirmed in numerous proceedings, and they will stand the test of time. Indeed, no other conflict in recent history has been better documented than the tearing apart of Yugoslavia. This record is based on the stories told by thousands of courageous survivors and other witnesses. No corners have been cut in making sure that every finding is supported by credible evidence. To the contrary, each one of them has been entered beyond a reasonable doubt by experienced jurists from all over the world. Following the recent rendering of the Mladić Appeal Judgement, the genocide in Srebrenica has now been confirmed as such by no less than 34 judges from 29 countries on 5 different continents. It is an unequivocal conclusion entered in 12 meticulously detailed judgments and additionally recognized by the International Court of Justice. I will speak frankly against this background. It becomes patently obvious just how dishonest, how sinister, and even how obscene the continued undermining of the painful truth really is. It is nothing less than a senseless and a cruel form of science denial. Moreover, this malicious tactic is entirely misguided. Do not be fooled by those in power who argue that to accept the existence of crimes is to somehow assume responsibility for them as a community. The responsibility for the horrors of July 1995 does not extend to any community, ethnicity, or nation. Instead, it lies squarely on the shoulders of the perpetrators and those who instigated and led them. We know the names. Your duty is to remember what happened and make sure that it will never happen again. Your duty is to draw your own conclusions based on the established facts and to denounce those who still play with the forces that have kept you divided so deeply. While the delivery of the Mladić Appeal Judgement last month marks the conclusion of the mechanism's substantive cases relating to the Srebrenica Genocide, please rest assured that we will keep giving our best to ensure that the truth of what happened in July 1995 remains alive. This is an essential part of the legacy of the ICTY and the mechanism, and a task that we all share, a task we owe to the thousands of souls taken from you so prematurely and so unjustly. Let me close by paying my deepest respects to all the victims of the genocide committed in Srebrenica in July 1995, including those finally being laid to rest today. You are always in my thoughts. Thank you for your attention.